Good morning. How you doing? It's Friday. At least I think it is. It was the last time I checked. You're going to have to tell me because most of the time the days just kind of into each other. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you might be, whenever you might be in this floating relativity. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Pizza, how are you doing this morning? We got a show for you this morning. You're going to love it. I swear. I swears you's going to love it. No. No, man. I hope you had a good day yesterday. We were thinking about you in the chats and stuff. So go through the replay crew and hopefully you'll see all the vibes and stuff. But good morning. My name's Brian. And I'm not even going to worry about doing the usual things that YouTube says that we've got to do because it never works for me. So you know what they say, if you keep on doing something and you expecting different results, you're crazy. So maybe I'm crazy for doing this. Oh well, let's just get to playing some freaking music, okay? Because this is the Friday redo and review. All right, so we have a lot of not sucky stuff, and I'll just have to go over it with you. So I have no idea what order I'm going to play it in, but all I know is we're going to play it. That's what I like about this day. I can just play whatever, as long as it doesn't suck. So where are we going to start? Let's start with a little something. No, not that long. All right, I'll start it how I was going to start. Begin with this way. Oh, I wanted to save that one for later. Decisions. A moment will make decisions and revisions that a moment will reverse. Yay. Let's start with this one. Au revoir. I guess I'm going to go more than... Yep, Au revoir by George Morris Pope. Let's see here. Let me look at my notes. Oh, and this is not one I didn't read. This is one I didn't redo. Cool. Let's hear it. How?
Love left one day his leafy bower and roamed in sportive vein, where vanity had built a tower for fashion's sparkling train. The mistress to see he requested of one who attended the door. Not home, said the page, who suggested that he'd leave his card. Au revoir. Love next came to a lowly bower, a maid who knew no guile. Unlike the lady of the tower, received him with a smile. Since then the cot beams with his brightness, though often at vanity's door. Love calls merely out of politeness and just leaves his card. Au revoir. Love next came to a lowly bower, a maid who knew no guile. Unlike the lady of the tower, received him with a smile. Then the cot beams with his brightness,
That's a good way to get your that's a good way to get the blood pumping on a Friday morning. So yeah, good morning. And good afternoon, Irish. How are you? And of course, how are you, Sophia? You're having 4 cheeses pizza for lunch. Cheese. Next to bacon, cheese is life. Oh boy. So that was Au revoir by George Pope Morris. One of the standouts from the previous week, I think. Yeah. So it's just because we had like 3 shows this week. And there were some standing out ones. There's some ones that stood out. Just got to be on the right page here. It's always nice to be on the right page. All right. Let's play this one. A Certain Lady by Dorothy Parker. It's kind of well, let's just play it.
Smile for you and tilt my head and drink your rushing words with eager lips and paint my mouth for you a fragrant red and trace your brows with tutored fingertips when you rehearse your list of loves to me. Oh, I can laugh and marvel, rapture aside, and you laugh back, nor can you see the 1,000 little deaths my heart has died, and you believe so well I know my part, that I am gay as morning, light as snow, straining things within my heart. You'll never know. When we meet, and you bring tales of fresh adventurings, of ladies delicately indiscreet, of lingering hands and gently whispered things, and you are pleased with me and strive anew to sing me sagas of your late delights. Thus do you want me marveling, gay and true, nor do you see my staring eyes of night, and when in search of novelty you stray, oh, I can kiss you blithely
Yeah, I just did that as a straight blues. That was like, I know when we were listening to it the other day. When did I do this one? Yeah, I think this was like Monday. I don't know. I was just like blues. It needed to be blues. Yes, this was Monday. It needed to. I'm like, wow. And that's what came out. Yes, absolutely lovely. Like I said, today's show is special. At least I think it's special because it's got some awesome ones in it. Now, let's do this one. Did I redo it? Oh no, this was one of the ones that was awesome yesterday. Brahma by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
If the red slayer think he slays, or if the slain think he is slain, they know not well the subtle ways I keep and pass and turn again.
Far or forgot to me is near. Shadow and sunlight are the same. The vanished gods to me appear. Unto me are shame and fame.
They reckon ill who leave me out. When me they fly, I am the wings. I am the doubter and the doubt. I am the hymn the Brahmin sings. The strong gods pine for my abode, and pine in vain the sacred seven. But thou, meek lover of the good, find me and turn thy back on heaven.
The strong gods pine for my abode, and pine in vain the sacred seven. But thou, meek lover of the good, find me and turn thy back on heaven.
I like some Maker's Mark every once in a while. Yes, a gorgeous red wax whiskey. Good morning, Nico. How's it going, House? You're here for the. I'm just going. I'm just going to not talk and just figure out which next song I'm going to play. Which next one I'm going to play. So I played. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, let's do this one. The Head and the Heart. Did I redo this one? No. Yeah, because number 2 was more like here. Let's go here.
heart, and down below in secret lies the warm, impulsive heart, the lordly head that sits above, the heart that beats below. Their several office plainly prove their true relation show. The head erect, serene and cool, endowed with reason's art, was set aloft to guide and rule the throbbing wayward heart.
And from the head, as from the higher, comes every glorious thought, and in the heart's transforming fire, all noble deeds are wrought. Yet each is best when both unite
To make the man complete. What were the heat without the light? The light without the The yard erect, serene and cool, endowed with reason's art, was set aloft to guide and rule the throbbing wayward heart. The light without the heat.
Yes, I like that one. Yeah, nice build up for the duet. That's why I chose that one. It was like, because I remember, yeah, you weren't here yesterday. I remember going, and then, ooh, and I like. It's just like with a lot of things, you just gotta give it a chance. Well, not give it a chance. You just gotta listen to it. What are the next ones we're going to listen to? Okay, let's see here. All right, let's do this one. A Pretty Day, E.E. Cummings.
A prettier day is here and away to flower an hour.
in all.
Oh yes, to flower until so blithe, a doer, a wooer, some limber and lithe, some very fine mower, a tall, some Jerry so very, and Nellie and Fan, some handsomest Harry, and Sally and Nan.
they tremble and cower, so pale. For Betty was born to never say nay, but Lucy could learn, and Lily could pray, and fewer were shyer than Doll, Doll.
Yeah, I like the 50s big band era jazz. Love it. Patty Page. I don't know. It depends on what. I don't know. All right. Let's get the blood pumping. All right. Let's get the blood pumping right here. Do Not Go Gentle. This one I redid as, let me see here, Heavy Blues. Of course.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage! Rage against the dying of the light. The wise men out there and no dark is right, because their words had fork no lightning. They do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage! Rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learned too late, they grieve it on its way. Do not go gentle into the light. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage! Rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse bless me now with your fierce tears I pray. Do not go gentle into that
stamping. Playing that reminded me, just made me remember something happened yesterday. I loved it too, but I got some bad news yesterday. A guy I grew up with. I've known the guy since kindergarten. His name is Eric. He unalived himself yesterday. Yeah, he strung himself up right the road. And he was in the class ahead of me. So he graduated the year before I did. He had, I guess he had issues. I've only seen him like once or twice since high school. Yeah, I'm processing it because he's the last person I would expect to do that. But he had been successful at one point, and then from what I understand, he was living in Texas, and then what I understand is his wife messed around on him, took kids, took him for everything. That's why we need that song, Rage. Rage and don't, yeah. Yeah, it kind of, yeah. Dad didn't want to, yeah, but I'm pissed at the guy because I know people do it for whatever reasons and stuff, but no, no, because there's too much, there's too much beauty in this world of ugliness. Like this, let's play this one, the Maldives shark.
About the shark, phlegmatical one, pale sot of the Maldives Sea. Your sleek little pilot fish, azure and slim, how alert in attendance be. From his saw pit of mouth, from his charnel of maw, they have nothing of harm to dread, but liquidly glide on his ghastly flank, or before his Gorgonian head, or lurk in the port of serrated teeth, in white triple tiers of glittering gates, and there find a haven when perils abroad, an asylum in jaws of the fates. They are friends and friendly, they guide him to prey, yet never partake of the treat. Eyes and brains to the dotard, lethargic and dull, pale rather of horrible meat. And friendly they guide him to pray, yet never partake of the treat. Eyes and brains to the dotard, lethargic and dull, pale ravener of horrible meat. They are friends and friendly, they guide him to pray, yet never partake of the treat. Eyes and brains to the dotard, lethargic and dull, pale raver of horrible meat.
Okay, so if someone, if you're in a position to put the link into that in the chat, go ahead, dude. Good morning, Kathy. Yeah, it's something to be sorry about. But yeah, you don't know what goes on in people's brains. What goes on in my brain at times. It's any indication I don't want to know either. Oh, sending good vibes to you, my friend. You can message me too. And that's the thing. The communication lines are always open to one of us out there. Even I don't know. It's something that, even though I've contemplated it more than once in my existence, I knew from the age of about 5 that I didn't want to do it. So, let's play this one. A Song in the Front Yard. Let me see. I think I messed around with this one. Yeah, I made this one into a blues. Yeah, we haven't done it yet. I made this one into a blues one too, I think. Well, let's find out.
I've stayed in the front yard all my life. I wanna pee at the back, where it's rough and untended and hungry weed grows. A girl gets sick of a rose. I wanna go in the backyard now, and maybe down the alley to where the charity children play. I want a good time today. They do some wonderful things. They have some wonderful fun. My mother sneers, but I say it's fine. How they don't have to go in at 8:45. My mother, she tells me that Johnny May will grow up to be a bad woman, that George will be taken to jail soon or late. On account of last winter, he sold our back gate, but I say it's fine. Honest, I do. And I'd like to be a bad woman too, and wear the brave stockings of night black lace, and strut down the street with paint on my face.
That is the first ever song Suno has made for me with a fade at the end like that. Go check this one out. Since the subject's timely, but I want to play y'all. Yeah, I told you today's show is special. This is another one that makes it special. I love this one. I just, it's yesterday. I think it was yesterday we played the William Butler Yeats one, Beggar to Beggar, or the day before. Anyways, yeah, it was the day before. Anyways, I'm like, I gotta do something with this one, and I did. I bluegrassed it up a little.
Time to put off the world and go somewhere and find my health again in the sea air. Beggar to beggar cried, being frenzy struck. Make my soul before my pate is bare. Get a comfortable wife and house to rid me of the devil in my shoes. Beggar to beggar cried, being frenzy struck. The worst devil that is between my thighs. And though I'd marry with a comely lass, she need not be too comely. Let it pass. Beggar to beggar cried, being frenzy struck. But there's a devil in a looking glass. Nor should she be too rich, because the rich are driven by wealth as beggars by the itch. Beggar to beggar cried, being frenzy struck. And cannot have a humorous happy speech. And there I'll grow respected at my ease, and here amid the garden's nightly peace. Beggar to beggar cried, being frenzy struck. The wind-blown clamor of the barnacle geese. barnacle key.
Yes, indeed. How's it going, Drop Short? William Butler Yeats. William Butler Yeats. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. There's Alison Krauss there. Definitely Emmylou Harris. But have y'all ever heard of a group called the Waylon Jennies? Our Canadian friends, although Haggis is not here, our Canadian friends might have heard of them because they're from Canada. There's a vocal trio. Two main ones. Yes, I love Emmylou Harris. But the two main ones with like the third person always, they switched out third peoples a few times. I got to see them when it was like in way too short. I had to make that one longer. but check them out, the Waylon Jennies. If you ever get a chance to check them ladies out, you'll love them. It sounded a lot like that. It's like I played that one for a friend of mine yesterday. I was like, "Hey man, listen to this," and he was like, "Well," he said it sounded like Alison Krauss, and then he brought up the Jennies. All right, so get my list here. All right, let's play Ichabod here. This is a heavy one.
So fallen, so lost, the light withdrawn, which once he wore. The glory from his gray hairs gone forevermore. Revile him not, the tempter hath a snare for all, and pitying tears, not scorn and wrath, befit his fall. Oh, dumb be passion, stormy rage, when he who might have lighted up, but let his age falls back in night. Scorn would the angels laugh to mark a bright soul driven fiend go it down the endless dark from hope and heaven. Let not the land once proud of him insult him now, nor brand with deeper shame his dim dishonored brow, but let its humbled sons instead from sea to lake a long lament as for the dead in sadness make. Strong in chains, all else is gone from those great eyes. The soul has fled. When faith is lost, when honor dies, the man is dead. Averted gaze and hide the shame.
I am so freaking jealous. Alison Krauss has the voice of an absolute angel. When she was born, the heavens came down and they blessed her voice box. Oh my Lord. Yes, definitely. Wow. So yeah, I like Alison Krauss. And it doesn't help that she's pretty gorgeous. She's really beautiful too. Beautiful woman with a beautiful voice. All right. Okay, where am I? Since I'm doing this all jinky janky, here. Oh, we got a couple Dorothy Parker. Let's do the second Dorothy Parker one. Yeah. Let's do this one.
The days will rally breathing the crazy tarantelle, and you must go on breathing, but I'll be safe in hell. Like January weather, the years will bite and smart, and pull your bones together to wrap your shattering heart. The pretty stuff you're made of will crack and crease and dry. The thing you are afraid of will look from every eye. You will go faltering after the bright imperious line, and split your throat on laughter and burn your eyes with brine. You will be frail and musty with peering furtive head, whilst I am young and lusty among the roaring dead. You will be frail and musty with peering furtive head, whilst I am young and lusty among the roaring dead.
Again, I am jealous. The performances you must have seen. Oh my Lord. Oh, you got to tell us sometime. Whiskey Lullaby is a good one, but anything Alison Krauss sings, she could sing a freaking laundry list and it would still sound good. Also, have you heard of a group, a vocal trio, females, lovely ladies called the Rainbow Girls? Check those ladies out too. They're great. All right, so what'd y'all think of that one? What'd y'all think? I think I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Well, let's play our Emily Dickinson track for the week. Here we go. The Tis Opposites.
Tis opposites entice, deformed men ponder grace. Bright fires, the blanketless, the lost days face. The blind esteem it be enough estate to see. The captive strangles new, for deeming beggars play. To lack and am more thee, Though the divinity be only me.
Oh, that's what I love about Emily Dickinson. It comes up with stuff like that. That sounds awesome. I would, I don't know. I was never much of a country fan. I think it's because it was mostly because I was forced to listen to it a lot when I was growing up, and it kind of lost its soul there for a long time. I don't know if it ever got it back, but I've always loved bluegrass because bluegrass did not lose its soul. Your dad was a folk fan. Your brother's lullaby was Fiddler's Green. Don't really know German lullabies, but international folk one's cool. Yeah, bluegrass and folk music is pretty cool. It's where it's that earthy feel to it, that down to earth, genuine, from the heart feel that doesn't get all glitzy and glattery. All right. How many more do I got to play? Okay, played that one. We played that one. We played that one. We played that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, let's play this one.
The moon is a sun.
Yeah, I made that one progressive. I put progressive heavy metal blues and with a female lead, with female vocal in. That's what it spit out. I like it. All right, I think I got like one or two, and then we'll play some more. Let's see. I know I have. Ooh, got two more here. Yes. Let's play this one here. The Penitent. One from one of my favorites, Edna St. Vincent Millay.
I had a little sorrow, born of a little sin. I found a room all damp with gloom and shut us all within. A little sorrow weeps, said I, and little sin prayed God to die. And I upon the floor will lie and think how bad I've been. Alas for pious planning, it mattered not a whit. As far as gloom went in that room, the lamp might have been lit. My little sorrow would not weep. My little sin would go to sleep. To save my soul, I could not keep my graceless mind on it. So up I got in anger and took a book I had and put a ribbon on my hair to please a passing lad. And one thing, there's no getting by. I've been a wicked girl, said I. But if I can't be sorry, why, I might as well be glad.
Oh, definitely here. All right. I think I got one more for the main part of the show. Oh, yes. This is To Helen in a Huff. And then, remember, I'll get to that in a minute. Here, let's just go ahead and listen to it.
Nay, lady, one frown is enough in a life as soon over as this. And though minutes seem long in a huff, they're minutes 'tis pity to miss. The smiles you imprison so lightly are reckoned like days in eclipse. And though you may smile again brightly, you've lost so much light from your lips. Pray, lady, smile. The cup that is longest untasted may be with our bliss running o'er. And love when we will, we have wasted. An age in not loving before. Perchance Cupid's forging a fetter to tie us together someday. And just for the chance we had better be laying up love, I should say. Nay, lady, smile. Nay, lady, smile.
All right, dude. Have a good one. See? Have a good one. All right. Let's play some more. Let's see here. Let's see our favorite pizza guy out with this one. Ha-ha.
If he could know my songs are all for him, at silver dawn or in the evening glow, would he not smile and think it but a whim? If he could know, or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Eros' torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know. Or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till Eros' torch is dim. The god is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know.
let's keep it going.
Night air having brought the boom of an owl's voice into her darkened room, we tell the wakened child that all she heard was an odd question from a forest bird, asking of us if rightly listened to, who cooks for you, and then who cooks for you, asks for you. Which can make our terrors bravely clear, can also thus domesticate a fear, and send a small child back to sleep at night, not listening for the sound of stealthy flight, or dreaming of some small thing in a claw, borne up to some dark branch and eaten raw. Night air having brought the boom of an owl's voice into her darkened room, we tell the wakened child that all she heard was an odd question from a forest bird, asking of us if rightly listened to, who cooks for you, and then who cooks for you. Words we our terrors bravely clear, can also thus domesticate a fear, and send a small child back to sleep at night, not listening for the sound of stealthy flight, or dreaming of some small thing in a claw, borne up to some dark branch and eaten raw.
And good morning to you, Mona. How's it going, Fat Grammy? Always nice to have you around. Thanks for stopping by, even though you're running. Get here when you get here. You know, we're pretty easy here on this show, on this channel. And good morning, Jennifer. Miss Jennifer Layton. Nice for you to drop by. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you enjoy what you are hearing, because we're not quite done yet. I'm just going to play some random ones from some random folders I got here. Let's pull this one. All right, not that one. Let's do here, and let's play this one. Love by Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Mutually, we alternate, aware or unaware. The reflex act of life, and when we bear our virtue onward, most impulsively, most full of invocation, and to be most instantly compelling certs there. We live most life, whoever breathes most air, and counts his dying years by sun and sea. But when a soul by choice and conscience doth throw out her full force on another soul, the conscience and the concentration both make mere life, love for life in perfect whole, and aim consummated is love ensued, as nature's magnetic heat rounds pole with
I like that one. Oh yeah, as you know, y'all know. Excuse me. Monday I start classes. Yay! For 5 weeks. So Monday's show is going to be business as usual. Tuesday also, because there's no lab on Tuesdays, because I'm taking lecture classes. And the lecture is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and labs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's no lab on Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday show normal. Wednesday, no show because somebody's using my car. My friend John has appointments and they have to use my car. So I'm going to be dropped off at school. They're going to drop me off at school. And he's got appointments and stuff like that. And so Thursday will probably be, I don't know, normal. Friday, don't know, because tests are on Friday. So we'll play it by ear. But yes, I'm glad you like that one. It's cool. A lot of the stuff I do here, or we do here, is cool. I like a lot of it. I hope y'all like a lot of it. Let's play. This is a good one. Beehive, Gene Tumor, nice and soothing.
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm 1,000,000 bees. Bees passing in and out the moon, bees escaping out the moon, bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I a drone, lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. black hive tonight. There swarm a million bees, bees passing in and out the moon, bees escaping out the moon, bees returning through the moon, silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I, a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. When curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower.
Good morning, Roadmaster. Nice of you to drop by. I hope you like what you hear, because I'm going to play more of it. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one.
The art of losing isn't hard to master. So many things seem filled with the intent to be lost, but their loss is no disaster. Lose something every day except the fluster of lost door keys, the hour badly spent. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Then practice losing farther, losing faster. Places and names and where it was you meant to travel. None of these will bring disaster. I lost my mother's watch, and look, my last door, next to last of 3 loved houses went. The art of losing isn't hard to master. Lovely ones and vaster. Some realms I owned, 2 rivers, a continent. I miss them, but it wasn't a disaster. Even losing you, the joking voice, a gesture I love, I shan't have lied. It's evident. The art of losing's not too hard to master, though it may look like disaster.
Face blue wide-eyed. Face blue wide-eyed. Okay, well, that's how Restream interprets your emojis there. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed what you hear. Because I got a lot more where that came from. Like, let's play this one.
Force that through the green fuse drives the flower, drives my green age that blasts the roots of trees as my destroyer. And I am done to tell the crooked rows. Our youth is bent by the same wintry fever. Force that drives the water through the rocks, drives my red blood that dries the mouthing streams, turns mine to wax. And I am dumb to mouth unto my veins how at the mountain spring the same mouth sucks. Whirls the water in the pool, stirs the quicksand that ropes the blowing wind, hauls my shroud sail. And I am dumb to tell the hanging man how of my clay is made the hangman's line. Of time leach to the fountainhead of drips and gathers that fall in blood shall calm her source. And I am dumb to tell a weather's wind how time has ticked the heaven round the stars. And I am done to tell the lovers too how at my sheet goes the same crooked word.
I like that one. That one's nice. I think that's an E.E. Cummings one. I'll have to figure it. I have to find it. I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, yes, hit the like, please. Yeah, I forgot to tell you all this earlier. I might as well do it right now because everything we do here, fair use and public domainage and all that stuff. Like, subscribe, notification bell. We're back down to we hit 446 twice. Because we're back down to 445. So who knows about subscribers? I just hope y'all enjoy what I do here, or what we do here. I think it's cool. For the most part, one of the best ideas I've ever had in my lifetime. I'll tell you that. Here, let's play a Robert Frost, Twilight.
Why am I first in thy so sad regard? O twilight gazing from I know not where, I fear myself as one more than I guessed. Am I instead of one so very fair, that thou art sorrowful and I oppressed?
solitudes that harbor night. Wake to the singing of the woodbird's fright. By invocation, O white silentness, thy spirit and my spirit passing air. They are a memory consciousness, nor great nor less. And thou art here and I am everywhere. High in the isolating air, over the attentive moon. Two birds sail on great wings and vanish soon, and they leave the north sky bare. The far-felt solitudes that harbor night, wake to the singing of the woodbird's fright. By invocation, O white silentness, thy spirit and my spirit pass in air. They are unmemoryed consciousness, nor great nor less. And thou art here, and I am everywhere.
All right, let's see here. What? I'm gonna play a couple more, and then got stuff to do today. I guess so. I hope so. I hope y'all getting done what y'all needs to get done and stuff. And let's play this one.
The sun came up upon the left, out of the sea came he. And he shone bright, and on the right went down into the sea. Higher and higher every day, till over the mast at noon. The wedding guest here beat his breast, for he heard the loud bassoon. The bride hath paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. And now the storm blast came, and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bride hath paced into the hall, red as a rose is she, nodding their heads before her goes the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. Came and he was tyrannous and strong. He struck with his oar, taking wings, and chased us south along. The bright half paced into the hall. Red as a rose is she, no nymph, nodding their heads before her goes. The merry minstrelsy, the merry minstrelsy. The wedding guest, he beats his breast, yet he cannot choose but hear. And thus spake on that ancient man, the bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner. The bright-eyed mariner.
Oh yeah. Well, I am. All right. Let's see here. No, not that yet. All right, my friends. I'm gonna play one more. But remember, have an awesome day out there. And all that jazz, everybody. Like and subscribe, and notification bells and all that stuff. Maybe one of these decades we'll get to where we need to be. Me being pessimistic and everything, But hey, as long as you're having fun doing what you're doing, that's something. Still, when what you're doing is so cool, and you want more people to know about it. So, tell people. Tell your friends if you like what you hear. In the meantime, let's play us out with this one. The Unbeliever.
He sleeps on the top of a mast with his eyes fast closed. The sails fall away below him like the sheets of his bed, leaving out in the air of the night the sleeper's head. Asleep he was transported there, asleep he curled in a gilded ball on the mast top, or climbed inside a gilded bird, or blindly seated himself astride. I am founded on marble pillars, said a cloud I never moved. See the pillars there in the sea, secure in introspection. He peers at the watery pillars of his reflection. A gull had wings under his and remarked that the air was like marble. He said, up here I tower through the sky, for the marble wings on my tower top fly. But he sleeps on the top of his mast with his eyes closed tight. The gull inquired into his dream, which was, I must not fall. The spangled sea below wants me to fall. It is hard as diamonds, it wants to destroy us
All right, my friends. I'll see y'all out in the chats and stuff, and I'll be doing another one tomorrow morning. Until then,